kids, it's Teacher here. Let's talk math minutes. This is where we will attempt to do a math concept in 5 minutes or less. So let's see how we do today, boys and girls. Today, boys and girls, our math concept that we will be discussing is the collection of data. Now, data is information that we get. It could be numbers, it could be words, it could be shapes, it could be observations, but we take this information and we collect it together, and then we can either put it on one or two things. Normally they are done, we can put them on graphs or we can put the information in charts. So I have a couple of things we're going to do today. Today, boys and girls, you will see here, I have collected some data. What I've done is I have found some shapes. And these are shapes I just went around my room and just found. And so I'm going to need your help in helping me to collect the data and to graph it, okay? So I found, what shapes do you see? I found triangles, I have found circles, and I have found squares all around my room. So what we've got to do is we've got to determine how many of each one of these shapes did I find. Now I'm collecting the data. This is all the data I've collected. Now we're going to put it in a chart or a graph, okay? And this is going to be a graph right here, okay? So let's count how many of each shape I found while I was going around. I see some triangles. So how many triangles did I find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do you see? Do you see the same number I see? Good. I see 5. I think we both see 5 triangles. So let me go ahead and write my numbers. Now, let's see. I also found my circles. So let's count together and how many circles that I found. You ready, boys and girls? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I found how many circles? 4 circles. You guys are so smart. That's right. Now, the last shape that I found around my room are squares. I found some squares. How many squares did I find? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3. I only see 3 squares. All right, that's right. Let me write 3 in my box here. So I found 5 triangles, 4 circles, and 3 squares. Now it's time for me to graph them. This is how I make my chart, because now I've got to let you see them in pictures, what they look like. You already see, this is how many numbers I found, so let's put them in pictures. So let us graph 5 triangles. I have some triangles here. Let's see, I have 1, how many did we find? So how many are we going to put up here? 2, did you say 5? I think you did. 3, 4, and 5. I put 5, I found 5. This is what I found 5 of, 5 triangles. I found 4 circles. Let's put the circles up there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 circles I found. And how many squares did we find? Well, I found. You're going to do it in your room, aren't you? 3. So let's graph 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. So we've collected all of this data, and this data is going to give us some very, very good information that we can use later. So we can take this and we can compare it to the other numbers or other shapes that we might find later, right? So I can ask myself, which one did I find the most of? Can you tell me? Did you say triangles? That's right. Looking at my graph, I found more triangles. And which one did I find the least of? That's the one I didn't find as many of. The squares. You're right. I only found 3. So graphing helps us to take the information, the data that we've collected, and we can graph it. We can put it in a chart. So I want you to do something for me, boys and girls. You can take a regular empty calendar page and you can make it out of a chart. So why don't you go to everybody in your family, even your grandparents or your uncles, your aunties, and graph their birthdays. Let's see, you can draw a picture of them. Let me see, for me, my birthday is in November. I have a brother, his birthday is in November. I have a sister whose birthday is in October, and a sister whose birthday is in December. And I have another cousin whose birthday is in November. I have some brothers whose birthdays are in January, 2 brothers. Wow. And see, this is just where I started graphing mine. So I have January, some birthdays there, some birthdays in November. So which one has the most birthdays so far? November. So go around your family and do this. Go ask everybody, when is your birthday? And make a graph and a chart. And then, first of all, it'll help you remember when their birthdays are. Then second of all, you'll have your very own chart or your very own graph just of the birthdays. And you can do this with anything. See who has the most birthdays, which month has the most birthdays in your family. Wonderful. So thank you so much for being here with me, boys and girls. Make sure you go around and ask your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your friends, even if you want to do them, even your dog. Hello. Let's do everybody in the family. So thank you for being here with me today. And thank you, International Paper Foundation, for making this Math Minute happen. But I want you to do something while you're doing all these graphs and stuff and you're talking to your parents. If you want to send me just a picture or something, that's perfectly fine. And you can send that to WKNO teacher@gmail.com. And you can also go to our PBS Learning Media website. It's pbslearningmedia.org. And you can go and find out more information about graphs or charts or numbers or colors or shapes. There's just so much information there, boys and girls. You will definitely enjoy it. I promise you, you will. So until next time, Teacher says,